In March 2003, a man named Andrew Carlson was arrested by the FBI, and his story made headlines. It was reported that he had made an astonishing amount of money in the stock market, turning an $800 investment into a whopping $350 million in just 2 weeks. This extraordinary success raised suspicions that he might be involved in a scam or insider trading. When questioned by the authorities, Andrew stunned them with an even more unbelievable explanation. He claimed to be a time traveler from the year 2256. According to his story, he had knowledge of how stocks would perform in the future, allowing him to make incredibly profitable investments. Naturally, the FBI was skeptical and began investigating his background. They found something astonishing: there were no records of Andrew Carlson before December 2002. Even more mysteriously, on April 3, the day he was supposed to appear in court for a bail hearing, Andrew vanished without a trace, never to be found again. Was he really a time traveler? Is it really possible to travel through time? Or is it only fiction for novels and films? In today's video, let's understand the concept of time traveling scientifically. Time travel has captured our imaginations through various concepts in sci-fi films. First, let's use these films to understand this concept better. One such concept is one-way time travel to the future, where travelers journey forward in time but can't return, as depicted in Interstellar. In this scenario, loved ones age and life moves on in their absence. Another concept is instantaneous time jumping, as seen in Back to the Future and The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, where individuals use time machines to instantly shift to different points in time. Harry Potter, Prisoners of Azkaban explores the idea of time standing still for the traveler while the world moves around them using a time turner. Primer showcases slow time travel, where spending time in a box sends the traveler back minute by minute. Lastly, in Superman, 1979, the idea of traveling at the speed of light to manipulate time is portrayed, as Superman breaks the light barrier to journey back in time. The question is, among all these concepts of time travel, which way is actually possible today? Here are two main aspects to consider: traveling to the future and traveling to the past. The idea of traveling to the future is rooted in Albert Einstein's theory of special relativity, particularly the concept of time dilation. Before Einstein, it was commonly believed that time was constant, regardless of one's location or motion in space. Einstein challenged this notion, proposing that time is not constant but can vary, much like the flow of a river. It can speed up or slow down depending on factors like speed and gravity. Einstein's theory introduced the idea that time dilation could occur in two ways. First, there's kinematic time dilation, which results from traveling at high speeds. The faster an object moves, the more time slows down relative to a stationary observer. This has been experimentally confirmed, such as in the Haffel-Keating experiment using atomic clocks on airplanes. There was an experiment in 1971. Atomic clocks were used because time was to be measured precisely. And it was seen that the clock that was in the airplane, the time it showed was behind that of the other clock. This was known as the Haffel-Keating experiment. This had proved Einstein's theory of time dilation. It doesn't mean that time is actually slowing down for the clock, the one on the airplane. Rather, it means that time is relative. If we observe the clock on the airplane from the ground, time slows down in our relation. Because we're seeing it, time is slowing down. For a person on the airplane, and the clock on the airplane, for it, time would continue to move as it did. Theoretically speaking, if we could build a rocket that travels at the speed of light, and you get in that rocket, you remain in that rocket for 10 years traveling at that speed. And then you return to Earth, the time that you see on Earth would be 9,000 years later. Second way in which time dilation can occur is gravitational time dilation. Gravitational time dilation occurs in the presence of a strong gravitational force. Objects with greater mass, like planets and black holes, create curves in the fabric of space-time. When you're closer to such objects, time slows down compared to observers farther away. This concept was famously depicted in the film Interstellar when time passed differently on a planet near a black hole. Theoretically, if we could achieve near light-speed travel or venture close to massive gravitational objects, we could experience time dilation and travel into the future. However, current technology doesn't allow us to reach the necessary speeds for significant time travel into the future. There's also the intriguing concept of cryosleep, which has been portrayed in films like Passengers. While this is still largely science fiction, research is ongoing to develop stasis chambers where astronauts could enter a state of hypothermia to slow down aging during long space journeys. As for traveling to the past, it's a more challenging and paradoxical idea. While Einstein's theory doesn't rule out the possibility entirely, it's fraught with paradoxes like the grandfather paradox, where changing the past could lead to logical inconsistencies. Some theories, like the multiverse theory, suggest that altering the past would create new timelines or universes, avoiding paradoxes. Wormholes, theoretically generated by powerful gravitational fields, are another concept that could allow time travel to the past. However, harnessing the required energy, including negative energy, remains a significant challenge. In essence, while traveling to the future has some basis in scientific theory and can be glimpsed through time dilation, traveling to the past remains largely theoretical and laden with paradoxes. Stephen Hawking once hosted a party for time travelers to prove that nobody attended, highlighting the skepticism surrounding time travel to the past. Nevertheless, it's a fascinating topic that continues to capture our imaginations. Thank you for watching the time travel video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content. Your support means a lot to us.